Welcome back to North of the Broad. My next guest is Paul Sommerville. He is with Beaufort County Council. Welcome, Paul. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you, Robin. Pleasure.
So there is some new county leadership, I understand. So will you talk a little bit about that as we begin our interview?
We do. We're very blessed to have a new administratrix.
Okay.
I said that right?
Oh, that's right.
That's right. She started a couple of months ago, and we're excited, and we're looking forward to a very bright future with her as our leader.
And what is her vision? What has she shared with you all as far as her her management style and leadership style? And
she comes to us from Aiken County, where
Okay.
she was deputy administrator, county administrator. Brings a lot of experience with her. She's heavy on finance. She understands public works. She understands human resources, so she's got a pretty broad package of tools to work with. So we're excited.
And so budgets. So you said she's very good with finance and really understand that. So let's talk a little bit about county budget, and then we can talk a little bit about the school budget,
Sure.
which has been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah, the county budget, I think, is going to be fairly simple this year. We're about ready to go into our third reading on that, so put that one to bed. Excuse me. The school budget is a problem, not because of the school district, but because of the way the state statute lines up on where the money comes from.
Right.
It's 388. Unfortunately, the school budget, which is huge, $256 million, give or take, has to come from a very small portion of our county taxpayers. That's the second homeowners and businesses, which of course includes renters. And there's no county operations taxes on people who have children in schools and live in their own residence. So it's hard to come up with the money. So even though what they may ask for is perfectly reasonable, it's very difficult for us to load up a finite group of people. So we're struggling with that.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to litter control. All
Sure.
right.
Well,
is this a problem in Beaufort
It's a problem
County?
in the wide world we live in.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I do a lot of world travel, and I see it in places like Myanmar and South Africa and the Azores. I mean, wherever you go, you see the problem, some worse than others. But South Carolina has nothing to brag about. South Carolina is pretty much an embarrassment to all of us, and we're going to do whatever we can to clean it up. So we've had some countywide cleanup days. We've had a regional cleanup day on Earth Day has passed past April 20th, I guess it was. And we're going to hopefully have a statewide one next year, but we're trying to get people engaged. Fortunately for us here in Beaufort County, we have 120 Adopt-A-Highway groups.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
And
yes.
they've been doing the Lord's work for a long time, unheralded. They just get out there and do it. And sometimes it's families, sometimes it's neighbors, sometimes it's civic organizations. But if you think about 120, if they average 10 people per group, which is not unreasonable, you're talking about 1,200 people out there doing it, and we still can't get ahead of it.
Well, what's unfortunate is education on not littering, reminding people not to litter on the front end, the prevention you're talking about kind of after it happens, unfortunately.
Well, what we're trying to do is work with the magistrates to make sure the few that we actually catch, go out there on Saturday and pick up trash. Writing a check for $50 doesn't accomplish anything.
Right.
It's not a deterrent. Right. But spending a day out there with a little orange vest on picking up trash
Absolutely.
might get the message across, maybe.
In our final minute, hurricane season.
Yeah, it's coming. Well,
yeah, we're
it's
in
here.
it. Yeah, it's here.
Exactly. We had some bad luck in the last few years. Who knows what's going to happen this year? But our staff has been well trained. A lot of us have been up to Maryland for FEMA training. We have folks in Hilton Head and other municipalities that are well versed in what needs to be done, and not just getting in and getting out, but how to get the money back when we spend a lot of money on recovery.
Right.
The sheriff has revamped, or the Emergency Management Division, which is under the sheriff, has revamped the method for ingress and egress following a storm. So that's going to work a lot more smoothly. I mean, there always are wrinkles to iron out, but I think we pretty much got them.
Well, I think the most important thing is the collaboration, that all these agencies are coordinated and they're all singing off the same song sheet.
Exactly.
And preparation, being prepared. So that's good news. And the FEMA money have we received all the money that we need?
Well, we
from the federal
spent
government?
$38 million and got 36 back. That's
Okay.
not bad,
All right,
considering
good.
a lot of that was spent in private gated communities.
Great.
So we're excited.
Thank you, Paul, so
Thank
much
you.
for being with us today. Paul Sommerville from Beaufort County Council, and we'll be right back.